Hello, everyone. Let me try to get set up here.
You should have music.
Hello. Hi. I should have music.
Yeah.
My husband says I should have music.
While you're waiting for people to come on.
Hi, Catherine.
You could have music like celebrate.
How you doing? You guys make sure you check in the chat box so that I'll know who's here and that you're here. Hello, hello. You know what? I'm not getting real good at this whole letting you know ahead of time. It's been a real whirlwind, real crazy. I've been in and out of town. Hi, Naturally Deb. I've been in and out of town a lot. There's a lot going on. And I thought I would jump on here real quick and just trying to up your production values. I know. I ain't got time for that right now. Anyway, you know what? I didn't know it had been almost 2 weeks since I had been on here. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. I don't know. Does anybody else feel like the older you get, the faster time goes by? Because it sure seems to be flying past me. I don't know what in the world is going on, but 2 weeks already. Anyway. Hi, Amos. You know, the last time I was on, I was showing you guys a couple of things I had done with fermenting food and stuff. And back when the pandemic first was announced in our country, which was March, I think, I kept thinking, that regular flu season was coming. So I wanted to start stocking up on stuff for flu season anyway. So I got into fermenting foods and garlic and stuff like that. And then I was always trying to make sure that I had extra things that I would need. I had mentioned to you guys before about making sure that you had enough hair care products. And one of the reasons that I mentioned it was because a lot of the businesses, especially in some of the states like Washington, well, which is not a state, but you know what I mean. But Washington State too, Washington D.C., California, and places like that are really cracking down and keeping people locked down or whatever, or have caused a lot of business, a lot of economic hardship. Just awful what has happened to these people and their businesses. And so one of the things that I suggested was that you make sure that you had extra hair care products, because you just never know when the store or company that you buy from would be affected by all this and go out of business, right? So when I first started my hair journey, I bought so much stuff. It was ridiculous. You know how it is, right? You're trying to find out what works for your hair and you don't know. And then you're looking at all these videos and stuff. And this person is saying, well, I use this. And this person is saying, well, I use that. And you don't know what to use because you don't know your hair yet, right? You just know what other people tell you about your hair. But you haven't had a long love relationship or love-hate relationship with your hair that you would know exactly what kind of products you need. So in my case, I ended up with a whole lot of stuff. Some of it came when I first started my journey, I was in Canada. So a lot of my products were either shipped to me from the US or I found just a basic shampoo and conditioning line that was all natural that I got in Canada that I decided to use. Anyway, I'm starting to come. Now, this is 4 years. So that'll let you know how much stuff I had. I'm starting to come to the end of that. Just starting to come to the end of that. But I had mentioned to you guys before to make sure that you had extra product in case your company that you buy from goes out of business. The other thing that I was looking at was the prices of things because people are struggling. They've gotten behind in their bills, their rent or mortgage or, whatever they pay to keep their salons open or their stores open or whatever. They got behind when everything was shut down. And so, they've had to increase their prices to try to keep their lights on. So I just wanted to come on and remind you guys that wherever possible, first of all, try to support local businesses and try very hard to support small businesses because I can assure you the big box stores are not suffering. They were the only ones really that was considered essential business when everybody else wasn't allowed to make a living, so try to support local businesses and especially small businesses so that they don't go out of business and lose everything. And so I just wanted to remind everybody to make sure you get extra to take care of your hair because just because things are going crazy in the world doesn't mean that we still don't have things that we need to do. We still have to eat. We still have to do personal hygiene. We still have to take care of our hair in ways that most people don't have to. They can just get in the shower, put some soap on it, rinse the soap out, and, maybe their scalp produces so much sebum till they don't need all this extra stuff like some of us do. I tell my husband he could fry chicken on his head. And I have to put oil in my hair. So there you go, right? He doesn't have a problem. But you may find that it's hard to find the products that you want or need because the place where you usually get it from is struggling or they're going out of business or, excuse me, their prices have gotten a little out of reach for you. So start looking for alternatives to what you usually use as well. I've got a variety of products. Some are natural. Most of them are natural. Some of them are not all natural. They might have some synthetic stuff in it. I don't really like using that. But like I said, you may need to have alternatives. And also, if you know people that are in the natural hair community that may have purchase products and things that don't work for them. They don't know what to do with it and they don't want to throw it away. Just look around and see. Perhaps you guys can barter and swap. You know what I mean? Like they may have something that they've used 2 or 3 times and decided, I don't like this, or this stuff dries out my hair or whatever. And even though it's, they may have used it a couple of times, it's still mostly full. It's still good. See if you can work out a plan with them, to buy it from them at a reduced rate. They're not going to get all their money back because they used some of it, right? But if there's, if you've got 3/4 of a jar of something left or a bottle of something left, and you can't use it on your hair because it dries your hair out or makes your hair oily or whatever, then just hunt around and see who else could use it. And either offer to sell it to them or offer to give it to them. And then that way things aren't going to waste, right? You don't feel like you've wasted your money and it helps somebody else. So yeah, thank you, Catherine. Catherine says, don't forget to smash that button. Y'all click the like button because I see who's on here and I see who's done the thumbs up and it ain't matching. Okay. she says, my mother always said that when time starts to fly, that's a sign that you're getting old. I know. And I tell people, don't get old. Don't get old. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. And Catherine also says a lot of natural hair companies have changed their packaging due to a shortage. And so that's true. That's true. So you may, I don't know if your particular company has a website or whatever, you may need to go on there and see what they've done that is different from what they used to do. And also, you may find that they've dropped some products, because it's too expensive for them to produce and they can't sell it now in the climate economic system or condition that we're in. They can't sell it at the price that they would need to sell it at in order to just break even, or make a profit. So you'll find that some things have been dropped as well. So just, wherever you can make up the difference or find alternative ways, make sure you have extra product on hand because we're in for a long haul, folks, uphill. And it's it's not going to be as easy as people might be thinking. You're in for a rude awakening. So unless you're awake already, then you're not. You're already ready. But anyway, so I just wanted to make sure that all my friends in the natural hair community that tune into this channel are thinking ahead because we're in very stressful times right now anyhow, which can also take its toll on your hair. It's I'm telling you, environmental factors, right? That's not just air pollution and whatever all else is floating around in the air, but stress can mess our hair up. It can throw off our hormones and mess up our hair and cause your hair to come out and all this kind of stuff. So, especially now where stress levels are really high around the world, not just in the United States, you have to pay attention. Make sure, and this is, listen, I'm telling you this because I'm really not doing this great with it, but make sure that you're taking in enough water to try to keep your system flushed out of toxins and things that could adversely affect you, especially in a stressful environment like what we're in right now. So anyway, I didn't want to. Yeah, she said she has a stress spot in the crown of her head. I was noticing now my hair. I haven't been doing a whole lot with it lately. I just washed it today when I was in the shower, and it's still a little bit. It's still a little bit wet, but I've been trying to do less manipulation, which was one of the things that I mentioned about this year's goals. I think, yeah, I mentioned trying to take in more water, trying to be more diligent about moisturizing, but also less manipulation. So I've kind of whittled myself down to two hairstyles, and that's this one where I just put it up in a puff, and that way I don't have to really do anything with it, or I'll put it in two flat twists. I have been tempted to go ahead and twist everything, and so that I can have all the little work, squiggles and swirlers and all that stuff in my hair. But I've been very tired. I've been very busy. I've been in and out of town, and I just had not had the interest or the motivation to do it because I've been busy and I've been tired and I've been in and out of town. So anyway, on another note, I did want to show y'all what I had done. Um, just give me a second. I have my husband running to get my latest project that I did. I think the last time I was on, I showed you guys something I was working on as far as my fermented foods went. And thank you. And so this is a finished product of you guys going to be so proud of me. I'm so proud of me too. But look what I made. I don't know if you can read that. It might look backwards on yours. But do you know what this is? This, my friends, is the finished product of the peppers that I showed you guys the last time I was on that I fermented. I made pineapple habanero hot sauce. That's what this is. And I am so proud of myself. It tastes fabulous. It's really, really good. And I also made like a pineapple habanero kind of chutney thing because this is a hot sauce that I strained out the peppers. And I strained out the peppers and I pressed it through a micro strainer. But then to me, it was a little bit too thin. So I took some of the pulp and added it back in. And and what they call xanthan gum, which is a natural um, product that you can put in. A lot of commercial manufacturers use that to thicken soups and stews and stuff that come in a can. So I just took a little bit of that after I did a lot of research and read it. But doesn't that look fabulous? Look at that. And I got my label. So I made this on the 13th, the day after my birthday, which was January 12th. Happy birthday to me. And it is really good. Now I don't know what I used. I think I had about a pound of habaneros. Habaneros don't have any weight to them. So that was a lot of peppers. But what I did to temper it was I mixed it with poblano pepper, pineapple, fresh pineapple, not canned pineapple, fresh pineapple. I don't even remember what all else I put in there. But anyway, I let that ferment for a few days and then I put it in my blender on the like the ice crusher mode thing. I put it in there on that and then I put it in like a smoothie thing and mixed everything all in there. And then I poured it through a sieve and then looked at the consistency and said, I think I want it a little bit thicker. So I took some of the pulp that I had strained out and put it back in. And that's why you see some of these little specks and chunks and all that. Gives it character. Anyway, when I mixed it with the other peppers, it tempered it, right? And the pineapple helped to temper it because before that, I would not have been able to eat it. It would have been too hot. So anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. So anyway, keep your mind occupied in the middle of all the craziness that's going on. Just keep your mind occupied and make sure that you're taking care of your hair and managing your stress level and that you have the products that you need or alternatives, right? You're really going to need to think ahead, folks, because like I said, some companies that you may be used to doing business with may be going out of business. And that even means, eBay or Amazon or wherever you get your stuff from, they could fold up. I mean, we're not out of the woods economically by any stretch of the imagination. So you have to think ahead and plan ahead, not just for your hair, but for your health. Find alternate ways to preserve your food and stuff like that. People are rushing to Walmart and other places, Piggly Wiggly or whatever the market is that's near you, where you live, to get all of this stuff to try to make sure that they're ready for the next few days, several days, whatever. I believe there's been, I don't know if it's the FEMA or whoever was telling us to make sure that you have 10 days of supplies on hand. Well, listen, that's not just food. That's water. That's anything that you would normally use. Make sure you have what you need. And so because my channel focuses mostly on hair and I do incorporate other things into it, like, preservation of food and stuff like that, I wanted to make sure that I reminded my audience to make sure you have what you need for your hair. It's going to be tough enough just dealing with the stress in the nation going forward. And so you really going to have to pay attention to your stress level and just try to decompress whenever you can. Make sure that your hair is clean, that your scalp is clean. Do everything that you can do to make sure it stays healthy and you don't start losing hair because of the stress. And so if you have to change products, if you have to get something that's not as heavy or something that you need that might be heavier or whatever, share. Also, like I said before, if you have stuff that you're not using and you know you're not going to use it because you don't like it, try to give it to someone else or sell it to someone else, and help each other out, because some things are just going to disappear. They just are, because some businesses are just going to fold. They're not going to be able to do a comeback. They don't have the money to do a comeback, and you're not going to be able to get what you normally do. So there you go. I just wanted, I was thinking about you guys. I really was thinking about you. It's just that I was busy and back and forth and in and out. And I wanted to make sure that I came on here and said that, because sometimes, we don't think ahead. I'm a person that thinks ahead, sometimes to my detriment, but I am a person, I like to think ahead and try to go through my head with just about every imaginable scenario that something could happen or would happen or might happen, so that I can, try to prepare myself for that, mentally, socially, economically, whatever. So, and also, while you're getting extra products and stuff, make sure you keep some extra cash on hand, because um, what I have been seeing over the last few days is that different social media outlets and stuff have been going down. I mean, just disappearing off of different servers and stuff, and people that have had thousands and thousands and thousands of followers have been suddenly cut off. Um, because there's nothing regulating big tech. They just do whatever they want to do to whoever they want to do it to. And so if that happens and then the internet goes down and now you can't order anything online because big tech has decided that they don't want you to talk to anybody online. So this is why now, while you're able to communicate and you're able to place orders and do stuff like that, that you get it done, because you don't know, you're not in control of that. I'm not in control of that. We can't control that, right? We're at the mercy of these big tech companies who want to control who and when you can speak and what you can say and what you can buy and who you can buy it from. So while you can still get stuff, you should do that, and as much of it as you possibly can. And that's not just hair stuff, but that's vitamins, medication, whatever. Because we could very well be in a very, very dismal situation for the next several weeks or maybe several months or whatever. You don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I came on here and touch bases with you guys and let you know I was thinking about you, and the importance of making sure that you're ready with your products, for your hair. Because you know what? Our hair is real important to us. Um, some men care, some men really don't care, but our hair is our crown, right? And so that's my channel's name, the Silver Crown, and it's important to us. And but we have to take care of it, and if that means we got to do a little extra, then we have to do a little extra. So, all right, does anybody have any questions before I go? Type it in, because I'm leaving. I won't leave you hanging. I won't leave you hanging. Oh, and also concerning my hot sauce, I have I call this batch number one. I was watching these videos of these different people that do this for a living, right? And they were saying to make sure that you label it, your batch, and write down what you did, because months later, when you try to reproduce it, you'll be like, what did I put in there? I don't remember what I put in there. So my husband got a notebook and he started writing down what I was putting in it and what I was doing while I was doing it. So if we look back on it months from now, I don't have to try to figure out now, what did I do and how did I make that? So I've got another one going that has jalapeno, onion, garlic, um, Honeycrisp, apples, and pineapple. And I'm gonna see what that, got a half a gallon going. This batch actually yielded me two 16-ounce bottles like this, and 4 half-pint jars of what I call a habanero pineapple chutney type thing. So, which I would probably use to rub on chicken or fish or something like that. Anyways, if you want to know more about that, just write me. My email address is in the description box, and I can tell you more about that, or I can call you if you leave your number or whatever. Anyway, so no questions? No questions. Okay. All right. Well, like I said before, make sure you click that thumbs up button. Thank you, everybody, for coming on at a really, really short notice. I do not have Facebook any longer. I discontinued my Facebook account and I discontinued Facebook Messenger. So if you want to talk to me, you can write me at the email address that's listed in the description box. Hopefully, YouTube will stay up. I've tried to move over to Rumble. I'm just not exactly sure. I told you guys I was trying to find a different platform or an alternate platform that I could use in case this one went away for whatever reason. And my goodness, Rumble's just giving me fits. So I don't really know how to get from where I am as far as uploading videos to that. I don't really I don't understand the platform. So I don't know if this goes away, the whole thing might go away. I don't know, but hopefully I can find another platform that's something like YouTube that you all are familiar with, or you might have to subscribe to the channel or whatever. I do have the Silver Crown over at Rumble. So if you go over there on Rumble, you can type in the Silver Crown, natural gray hair, and I should pop up. I should. If I don't, let me know, because that's another problem. And I don't really get that platform. I don't understand it. But like I said, I was trying to find an alternative in case this one went away. So, okay, you guys. Well, thank you for coming on a very short notice, which was like none at all. I just showed up in your living room or wherever you are. Thank you for letting me be on your screen today. And it was good to see all you guys on. And you know how to get in contact with me if you want to. And I will see you the next time I come on. Get them extra hair care products and take care of that Silver Crown. And I'll see you later, you guys. Keep it natural. Bye for now.